Okay. Okay, cool. It's working. I'll let people cycle in. Hello. Oh, I suppose I should post this. Post it in here. Okay, and I'll post here as well. Oh. Okay. I like this. And I'll post it on X as well. All right, I have to figure out how I want to look for the next week.
Were you talking to somebody?
I'm streaming.
Oh, now?
Yeah.
I thought you said tonight.
Nope. Okay. Should be live on everything. Posted on everything. Okay, cool. Let's go back to the stream. Oh, wow. Shit. That is a lot of people. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't expecting people to show up so quickly. Alright, let's move this to the front page. I saw the video after I did the 10 pulls, so I messed up, lol. Yeah, I mean, I'll do the free spawn so you guys can see my thought process. Hey, what's up, Tsunami? Hey, Brian. Yo, Sleepy, I think a good video, a cool one at least, would be going through OG players' back gear collection. A lot of players love the game's cosmetic side and would love to see all the ones you have. I mean, I'll go over it's Hireth. I'll go over a bunch of my gear because I guess I'll dress up like a girl. A-Team wants me to spread around. So there's this here. I guess I'll preface this with there is this gear. So, not there. So there's this gear that you can only get. It's this one here. I shouldn't have pressed go. It's this one here. Create a blossoming kinship. And the only way to get it is to to do a run with somebody who has it equipped, and A Team gave it to me. So I think it would look really dumb because it's a hairpin. I think it would look really dumb if I was a guy, but I've basically always been a guy. So because I don't like getting messages from creepy people, so I just stay as a guy. But I guess I'll be a girl for like the next 3 weeks, just so that it doesn't look cosmetically weird that I just have a hairpin. So I guess I'll go over like a bunch of my old gear now, because I don't have a lot of the early collaborations. Unfortunately, in the early days I started new accounts a lot, and I sold a lot of my accounts when I was growing because I didn't have any money, and I wanted to enjoy the game. So this one, as you can see, is just to the 10th anniversary. But I have accounts that are like, as soon as the next year comes out, the 11th anniversary comes out, I instantly get it because I've been playing for longer than they've been doing anniversaries. So, but it's not on this account, and this is the account. When I came back, I played on multiple of my old accounts, and this is the account that had the best gear and drops and everything. So I just stuck with it, and I didn't really care at the time because they didn't have like all the badges, but it kind of felt a little bit bad when all the badges came out. So yeah, I guess I can't. I don't want to do that because there are some outfits that I wanted to try on. Here, let's see if I can change up my back gear. I guess I can drop the back gear for now. It's weird too because my hair is all fucked. Holy smokes, there are a lot of hairstyles. All right, let's go from the top down. I think this looks good. This isn't bad, but I don't know if I'd want to swap it with that one. Yeah, the game is very female heavy for cosmetics. The main reason why I don't like the guy cosmetics is here. Look at this. You see how my shoulders are really tight together? It doesn't look super prominent on this. Here, let me put like a spear. So see how my shoulder looks tiny? I guess as a girl it doesn't look as bad. Let me fix it. So if I had like an afro and I looked like a guy. Okay. So the shoulders look really, really close together, and I don't like that. There's a lot of, the way that I would describe it is like twink gear, which it just makes your shoulders look too tiny. Like, I just don't like it. And so if I go for things with broad shoulders, like there's not a lot of them. Like this one's one of them. I wonder if there's any gear that kind of, yeah, so like, see, that's easier to see. But for example, if you compare this gear with something like this, do you see how short the shoulders are when you compare these two? Like I like the broad shoulders. I like characters with broad shoulders, and there's not a lot of them, which is really unfortunate. I mean, like even like this one has shorter shoulders. I don't know. I just like, if I'm gonna be a guy, I'd rather be like a big, strong, buff ass dude. So it's really unfortunate that there are basically no broad shoulders guys. But it is what it is, Yeah, this game is definitely kind of more geared towards girls for sure. Hey Puff, hey Gone. We are currently dressing me up, and then we're gonna do a bunch of the runs for the new stuff. I guess I should decide like what style I want to go for. Okay, based on the hairpin, it's like green and pink. So we can do green and pink. You probably don't want to do green and pink for the hair. Probably neutrals for the hair. Something that makes the hairpin pop. So dark colors. It needs a beard. Yeah, there's basically no beard options, but Japanese people can't grow beards most of the time, so it kind of makes sense.
It's opposite.
What's opposite?
They can grow beard.
No, they can't.
Chinese people and Korean people can't.
They can't grow the side as much. Yeah.
They,
No, they get goatees and they get like mustaches. She looks pretty manly. Okay. I'm working on it. I want that orange hair. Yeah, the orange. So I love this orange hair. There is another hairstyle that I really, really love. Let's see if I can find it. It is also another orange hairstyle. It comes from, instead of coming from Epona, it comes from the collab with Chained Soldier. It is an orange. Wait, where did it go? Is it? Ooh, it might be a headpiece, like a face thing. Because sometimes they don't separate them. It must be a face thing. Where is it? No way. I thought no. I'm 100% sure it was there. Because it's from this same set. I can't believe I can't find it. Nick is gonna make sure the hairstyle fits with the style. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure the whole thing fits with the hairpin, but I don't want the hair to get in the way. You know, like if I have a super bright hairstyle, like this, for example, you can't see the hairpin as it's not prominent. So that's why I was trying to get something that was like, you know, that was like darker. Like for example, if I have dark hair, see how the hairpin pops, but if I have really light hair, it's harder to see. And if I have pink hair, you can't even see the hairpin. So I was going for something that was darker. At least that was the goal. All of the blonde hair. Yeah, I mean, I like the blonde hairs too, but I don't see that. To me, does not look like you can see the hairpin. Am I crazy? If I put on something like this, that hairpin pops. If I put on blonde hair, it doesn't pop. You can't see the hairpin. I feel like I've got to go with something dark. Holy smokes. Some of these hairstyles. See, because I never dress like a girl. I never even changed my hair. It's like part of my, I guess, Unison League identity. But it's so weird looking through these. Some of these are like, ooh. Albedo is bad as fuck. Narborough isn't bad either. Ooh, that's a tough one. Hey brother, do you have a working Discord link? Ooh, that's a great point. Let me put the Discord link as invite, copy, and pin. Okay, cool. There you go. Oh yeah. Send me pictures of people. You know, I should make a channel for impersonators. That'd be kind of funny. Maybe later. I'll make a channel for impersonators. People can post people who look like me. Do you think we'll get another unique weapon like the deck of cards anniversary, this anniversary event? Maybe. My guess is no. And the main reason why I say no, unfortunately, is because Japanese people like Japanese people. So if they were to come out with an anniversary event, which they didn't come out with a special one for the 11th anniversary for Japanese Units League, so my guess is that they probably won't do it for global because they like Japanese people more than they like global people. It's just, I mean, I have nothing against that. There's nothing wrong with it. They're a Japanese company. They should cater to the Japanese people, but that's the way it was. So because they didn't come out with one for Japanese Units League, I doubt it. Just make my own female choice. Yeah, I'll show you guys my style. Ooh, Delta is badass. It's interesting. Some of the old hair looks less detailed. Do you see this? See how it's like flat at the top? But then the newer hair is like super detailed. I don't know which one I like more, to be honest. I guess it doesn't have to be black. It could just be dark. Green might look good, like dark green. Actually, ooh, that looks good. Kind of blends in with some of the greens. I don't know if I like that color green though. Maybe a darker green like that. You should use the male flower. Wait, is there a male flower fest cosmetic? I'm not aware of that. Got the Monster Girl on normal spawn, but no Azure. Yeah, I mean I made a video for the new Monster Girl. I think she's really good. Most of the collab-based hairs and eyes try to use the same style with the actual source. Oh, interesting. Interesting. That's very good to know. See, that brown, I feel like it changes the way that the yellows look. Do you see that? And I don't know if I like dark green. I like the idea of green. You know, we'll stick with green. Excuse me. We spend 30 minutes on cosmetics. Bro, okay, I'm gonna get to it. I promise. It's been like over 2 years since I've been a girl. Give me a second. And everyone with Fogger, please equip it. I got one but sold it. I mean, it's just a cosmetic thing. The male cosmetics were a meme for how bad they were. Oh, okay, yeah. Ooh. No, I like this one the most. Honestly, this one's not bad. We might just go with this one. I might just go with it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like those colors. The gradient, like, matches. Kreutz sucks. Okay, no. I like this one so far. You know, a lot of these are bad. I feel like that one's a little bit too bright. Maybe not. Maybe not. It really does look like I'm a nuclear reactor, though. Like, what the hell? Holy smokes. Why are there so many options? You know when you go to an ice cream place and there's like a wall of options? There's something, I think it's called it's like a scientific thing where there's too many choices and you just can't pick. I feel like I'm running into that right now. Oh, ugh, what the fuck is that? Gross. Holy smoke. Because it looked cool, but oh, okay. You know, I like the vampire thing. I don't know if I'd want to be a vampire though. Some of these are kind of cute, but there's so many new. Here, I guess I'll start from the bottom because that's where the new ones generally get put. There are 2 flowers to farm. Everyone has the cosmetic that gives you... Oh, there's 2 of them? Oh, okay, interesting. Not a cosmetic thing. There are 2 flowers to farm. Everyone that has the cosmetic gives +1 to exchange for the coins. Interesting. I haven't done any runs. I literally haven't ran a single time because I wanted to stream with you guys. So I haven't run a single time. I don't know how it works. And they just messaged me that they wanted me to do it, and they never sent a picture of it. So I just assume that this is the one. Is this not the one? That's got to be the one. It was in the 11th anniversary thing. Yeah, this is the one. You'll receive for each member doing so. That's got to be the one. There's only one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, cool. Wait, now I feel like I'm going crazy. Does it have a flower on it? Okay, yeah, this is okay. Yeah, that's the right one. I thought it was the right one. You guys are making me doubt it. Doubt myself. Okay. Should I be a pirate? See, like some of these are crazy. Like, look at that. Ugh. And I don't think I want to be an elf. I don't even think you could see the ears. Yeah, you can't see the ears. I just kind of want to be a friendly. Oh, that one's not bad. Not bad. Ren. Yeah, I don't know who Ren is. That one's not bad. That one looks creepy. Something's wrong. Jeez. Sometimes you can use male hair with female eyes and it just looks like female hair. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could keep my current hair. Pro tip, just dress how you like. Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing. Dude, I don't want to look aggressive because I look aggressive most of the time. So I'd like to look normal. Holy smokes, that is the opposite of normal. Let's just click off of something else. Hey, that's not bad. But it looks like my forehead's big as fuck. Is it just me? Or if like I pulled back my bangs, you'd see a forehead the size of Mars. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I need eyebrows. I need visible eyebrows. Yeah, that looks okay. I'm taking you out of my party with that cosmetic. Yeah, bring the bring the mustache back. All right, here. Let's see how it would look with the stash. Shit. I always forget where my face is. You know, I don't even think anyone would be mad about that. Yeah, it always takes me, if I ever change off of my original face, it takes me like 5 minutes to find my face again. Because it's somewhere. I'm almost 100% sure it's one of these. But it's like a secondary face. So some of these have like two options. It's like, see, like that, the glasses, it's like that where it has a second option. There is a cosmetic for um man, I really can't find it. There is a cosmetic for just the stash, but then I would be taking off the headgear. Oh, for goodness sake. I can't even find my usual face. Whatever. I don't want to waste more time. See, cuz okay, so my favorite so far is probably this one with just like that probably looks the best. I don't want to look depressed, although depressed isn't a bad state to be in. That is currently how I feel. Just avoiding all of my classwork. Um, yeah. This is why I was just born to be a guy. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with my. I'm just gonna go with the original idea. This one or this one. You know, this one's not bad. All right, we're just gonna skip it. We're just moving on. That is fine. It's fine. Now we gotta find something that looks flowery, that would match the hairpin. Has to be kind of like pink. Pink. Ooh, that's not bad. All right, temporary. What type of weapons do we use? No. Yeah, we're spreading a virus. The hairpin is the virus, and we're gonna spread it to everyone. This is honestly the weapons are probably one of the hardest things to get right. I yeah, I have no answers for that. That's why I prefer my unique stuff, because then I don't have to worry about it. Because I think swords look so weird. The swords look weird. The spears kind of look weird. Depends. Relics look good, but I don't want it to pop. Well, let's. I guess we'll just look more. I'll finish the dress. Where were we? Where was I? There it was. Okay. We have a contender. This one's not bad. I don't know though. If I get to be a girl for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then I'd rather pick something like badass. You know, something I can't choose again for a while. Oh, that does kind of look good, but season's wrong. Man, there's some like basic stuff that I don't even have unlocked. Just goes to show how little I play as a girl. I feel like that's too green. Yeah, I'm gonna veto green. Oh, that one's kind of cute. Okay, we have another contender. Ugh. Eh, I guess it would depend on the weapon, maybe. I don't know. That's a weird style. I'm not gonna go for that. I don't know. How old should I look? This is like a 5-year-old, and this is like probably an adult. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh, that doesn't look bad. Doesn't really make the hairpin pop though. I'm really trying to grab something that makes the hairpin look good. So we got to match the colors really well. It is... Oh, Easter passed. I mean, it is kind of still Easter time. But Easter did pass, yeah. Man, there are so many dresses. Okay, it's kind of this one or this one. They both look pretty good. There was another one that didn't look bad. Ah, shoot. I didn't unlock it. Oh, this one. Oh, no, it wasn't that one. It was a different one. Was it this one? I can't find it. Whatever. Okay. Well, let's assume that these two look good. Is there anything in my rare collection that I would want to check out? No. Okay. What about the super rares? And we're gonna remove half of them. Okay. Okay. Ooh. This one's not bad. That one's not bad. Why do they make it so difficult? Man, I just have so much gear. Ooh. It's not really the look that I'm going for. The heels on this one is like, you know, too formal. I like the flip-flops more. Some of them are like cool, right? This one's cool because it's like Risha's outfit, and I like Shield Hero, right? But I don't know if I'd actually want to look like that. That's the difficulty that because if I was gonna choose, you know, Shaltir is probably the GOAT. Albedo's not bad. There are a lot of good cosmetics, honestly. What's wrong? What's wrong, buddy? What's wrong? Yeah, what's going on?
Pat me.
He wants pets. Come on. No? Yeah. I made space for you. I'm not gonna pick you up. You're welcome to come up. No? Come on.
His knee is not good.
Wait, what? He's fine. Come
A
on.
lot.
Dusk. There you go. There you go. All right. What do you think, Dusk? No? No opinion? Man, you were making a lot of noise just 2 seconds ago. Your tail out of my face, please. Yeah. Oh, we made it to the bottom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we made it to the bottom. And I didn't see anything else that was like really popped out. Yeah. Yeah, did you see anything, Dusk? Yeah. I don't think I saw anything. Besides like really cool cosmetics, of course, that I would love to dress up as for like, you know, certain animes. But a lot of the animes are are also armors. Like one of my favorites of all time is this one. Shizu. I think her name's Shizu. I don't know, it's been years since I've seen reincarnated as a slime. Like this one's, female. There's a lot of female outfits that are also guy outfits. I don't think there's going to be anything here. But I suppose it's worth the look. See. I don't even see any contenders. This one's kind of cool. Didn't expect to find something like that. Yeah. I think it's got to be this one. Oh, man. All right, it's got to be this one or the other one. Kind of leaning towards this one, to be honest. It's just simpler. I like this style. Now we need an inconspicuous weapon. Something that no one is going to pay attention to. This looks inconspicuous. That's why I like the books. Honestly, the books are pretty awesome. Egg. I kind of want to blend the book. Wait, what does the hairpin do? I've been curious. Oh, it's a hairpin. It's like zombie tag. If you're wearing the hairpin and you do a mission, then you give everyone else the hairpin. So, A-Team gave me the hairpin and asked me to spread it. So, like a virus, like a good host, I will spread it to as many people as I can. Why did they do my male Azure so dirty? Yeah, the Azure just... I just don't know why. I just don't know why they made him decrease priority. I mean, I do, because they were afraid that if they put him as regular priority, he would be way too overpowered. So I get that, but like at the same time, like whatever. Do you get asked your age in Unison League? I don't think I've ever been asked my age. All right, let's do back gear. Do we even need back gear? I think it might just take away from the fact that we've got the hairpin. Maybe people will pay attention if we have something moving in the top right corner. Yeah, I don't think any of these are gonna really help the back gear. I think it looks fine. Yeah, I think this fit looks good. This is like a pretty basic girl. This is what girls look like, right? Easy. No worries. Just go with that. All right. So I've got my disease on my head. Now we need to make a set because I haven't done it. Does anyone know what it is? What the monster is? Is it light, dark, star? What are we fighting? I assume somebody's done it. Do you get it also gives you +1 drop to the second event item, which can be exchanged for more rewards. This is different than the event item, which is exchanged for the event gear. Interesting. I believe it stacks. Okay. Since you were made ambassador on Unison League, can you interact with the Reddit again? I will email. I'll ask them because I got banned. I made a video on that. I actually got banned on Reddit, so maybe I should email A-Team again and ask if I can get unbanned. I didn't want to get ambassadorship and then immediately ask if I could get unbanned because then they would be like, oh, who did we just make an ambassador? So that is something that I did want to ask eventually. Oh, it's versus dark. Okay, good to know. W fit my glorious event. Yeah. I mean, I think I look pretty. I think I look pretty good. All right. So we're fighting dark, light, and star. That works. That works. Let's do the free. Let's do the spawns. Free spawn. Oh, well, these types of things you never know. It could just be that it does that every time. Yeah, that's garbage. Well, if ever I was gonna be cost capped, wink wink, then maybe. Okay. So right off the bat, I don't need minty. Also, I probably wouldn't go minty anyway because I don't think 38 cost is going to be useful for much longer. So it's basically automatically between these two. I also can't use minty to upgrade some of the 34 or the 44 costs that I would want to upgrade. So that's like my basic. I can just rule that out. I don't remember what this guy does. Let's see. Applies frail. All allies, the following effects. Recover cost per ability use. That's a rare one. You hardly ever see that anymore. And then rage, protection, heartless collapse. Increases ability power taken. Oh, to the enemy field. Interesting. It's only 60 seconds, but increases ability power and damage while broken. And crit hits. That is pretty gnarly. I'm not going to lie. That's like everything that you would want. Ability power is something that's super powerful. Here, let's pull up Limipedia as well. Because I want to see... I want to see what these guys awaken into. So this one's good. This one looks like it's a strong PvP... Or not a PvP. I mean, frail is like... you know, but this is like a random throw that you would probably do in PvE. Or in like a really difficult quest where you just need a specific thing. You could even use this in probably guild battle, you know, for something, because it would increase the amount of damage that you deal to the crystal. But I don't think you can break the crystal, so you're missing out on some damage. You can still crit the crystal though, and of course you get the base ability power from this. But this isn't bad. Let's see what he awakens into. Time defense and beguilement resistance. And 40k in stats. That's not bad. Alright, Lucius. Increased activation priority. Okay, so potentially really good. Gives me what, like 45 to 50 cost? Field obstacle to the enemy field. That's kind of interesting. Slumber rejection. Frenzy. Oof. I really don't like the frenzy. Failings, guilty eclipse, which just reduces action speed and recovery. So, like, I was originally thinking, you know, PvP with slumber rejection, but then frenzy is bad, right? Because you in something like guild battle, you don't want to get penetration, so that sucks. Because if you get penetration, you could feed the enemies. And if you're trying to set up, you don't want to do that. So what does he awaken into? Lucius awakens into 3 wind elemental attack, abstraction resistance, and then only 30k. But he does give Twilight as well. That's kind of interesting. He's like a really weird PvP monster. You know, because I like the enemy field, and I mean, Guilty Eclipse is bad, but, you know, the enemy field's good. The Slumber Rejection is also good. The Frenzy is good in PvP specifically. And if you're getting Twilight, then that's good too. I'm trying to think. I would use this in something like maybe guild battles, but I don't know. I think this one's more useful because he gives some really, really unique stuff. Like this one's super unique. I don't even know what to call this. It's like cost up on ability, and then Heartless Collapse. I don't think there are a lot of monsters that give Heartless Collapse, so that's interesting. Yeah. I just got a call. Hang on. I gotta make sure that you guys can actually still hear. Oh, okay, cool. Everything is still working. Alright. One time only. Let's see what I get. I agree that Shinogi is top 1 meta monsters. Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know if he'd be top 1. Harmony is not bad, but it is a clothing, so I don't need it. Vortex suit, kind of interesting. Guardian armor is garbage, but it is an armor, and it is 34. Oof. And dual blades. I don't think I need dual blades either. Specifically this color dual blade. Or the typing. So it's basically just a cosmetic choice at this point. Yeah, Tempest is pretty bad. Let's, I've never been into futuristic stuff, but I can't think of a single time. I mean, I'm just gonna go this one because I don't need the dual blades. I have plenty of 45 cost dual blades I haven't used, so this is like whatever. Total miss on the selection spawn, unlucky. I mean, it happens. What are you gonna do? All right. We're gonna go for, I mean, the obliteration gear is good. Do I want bow or gun? Looks like they're both obliteration. Or slayer. You know, I'm gonna go gun this time. Usually I go bow, but I'm gonna go gun. Hey Sleepy, I spent 800 gems and I got 2 of the new time monsters and a couple of the armors and weapons. Is that good enough for the amount of gems? I'm a returning player. Well, it depends what your goal is. Do you like PvP, PvE, you know, guild battles? What is the end goal for you? Because I guess that would change depending on. But the 2 of the time monsters would be good. I mean, I think the time monster, if you're gonna get 2 of the same monster, the time monster is not a bad monster to double up on. So, the armors are really good, especially as a new player. The weapons aren't bad. As a new player, you're missing out on some things on the new the weapons, specifically like success value up, but it's not bad. And time or star beats light and dark, which makes it a really versatile thing, especially when you're first coming back. So interesting. I actually got some good stuff. This gun is good. That does not look like a gun, but I mean, basically all these are going to be pretty good. Dang, I got 3 of these things. Did I get any 39 costs? I don't know if there were any 39 costs. Well, regardless, these are pretty good procs. These are gonna, I'll be able to take these for a spin. Ooh, 39 costs. Look at that. I did get one. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could get them, but there you go. That answers that question. Box spawn. I don't think I'm getting any more of the box stuff, but whatever. Oh no. I am at the maximum capacity. What do you think of the book that lets you change the monster stats and the cost of it? I think it's like 5 years too late for that. It should have come out a long time ago, man. I don't know what they were waiting for. They did say in the announcement, which I'm gonna make a video for. They did say in the announcement that they're gonna be making it a reward, just a general reward at some point. So it's not gonna be something that you have to pay for. But I do really, really like it because a lot of people get monsters and stuff that they feel bad using, and in my opinion, there's nothing that feels worse than that type of, you know, stuff where you should have a monster that you can use. Like, for example, for me, I'm using both stats, but right now I am playing a Lancer. So, for example, where is my girl? Fern is defense and magic defense. And if I could change that to attack and defense, that would be super useful, right? Because then I would get, instead of getting no stats, I would get an extra 75k in proper stats, which would make me feel like I could use this monster. So I really like it, especially when it comes to collab monsters where they only come around once. You really want those on stat, and sometimes you just don't get them on stat. Like, for example, this one just didn't roll correctly. So for me, that's like a huge deal. And sometimes, for example, like I've gone on this one account, I've gone from a cleric to a lancer to a rook to a lancer to a dual blades character back to a lancer, and now I'm just playing everything as Morpher because, you know, whatever. But in those circumstances, like, there are a lot of old pieces of gear that I wish that I could have changed at the time. What's a good piece of gear or a monster that I used a lot? So here's a great example. At the time that I got Mahala, I was just making my rook, and I was building up a bunch of rook stuff. I don't, like, for years now, I wish that I could have changed Mahala off of defense, magic defense, because she was so damn expensive when she came out. But, you know, now I can change her. It just, you know, they're going to have to give me a lot of these books to make me change her. So I really like it. I think it'll help all the players. I don't think anyone is going to suffer from it, which is really nice. But, you know, some of these new monsters, for example, this one I didn't get on stat, so I'd probably change to attack and magic attack. This one I got on stat, but this one I didn't get on stat, so I'd probably change that one as well. It's nice. I'm looking forward to it. For sure. And like this one as well, right? I got 2 John Does, both of them were off stat. I got 2 Ardensteins, both of them were off stat. So it just feels bad. I really like the idea of changing stats. The only downside is how much it costs. $80 is crazy. I might as well go buy a new game for that amount of money. I would say the price is $20 to $30 would be fair. So they're probably going to keep it as a continuous thing. Why am I playing Archer? I'll explain that in just a second. So they're probably going to make it a continuous thing. For example, they have like a whole thing here for Drops of Ether, and they didn't used to do that. Drops of Ether used to be something that were exclusive, so they would come up with this every once in a while, but then they've made it like a continuous thing that you could always buy. And same thing with the Nino medals. So they're probably going to end up making it a continuous thing. The reason why it's $75 right now is just because it is the first time. They also stated specifically in the announcement for it, if I can find it, this one. Not this one. This one. They said specifically. We intend to make the tombs more widely available than their counterparts, with various opportunities to obtain them, including as rewards for event quests. So that tells me they're going to be free. So you don't have to worry about it, Eduardo. They are currently paid, but they won't be paid forever. So that's nice. As to why I'm playing an Archer, Archer gives you the most flexibility for classes, in my opinion. Because if you're playing an Archer, you can... So, like, the way that I think about it is I'm playing... Instead of playing Archer, I am playing Attack and Magic Attack, which essentially means I'm playing bows, guns, and dual blades. So I can play this class, 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 and that's basically all the meta ones. So why would I not play, for example, if I played swords and lances, so for example, attack and defense as the main stats on monster, then I could play swords and I could also play lances, and I could just mix them. What do you know? Like, for example, on one color, I would use... Here, I'll show you. So I have, on this set, I have a bunch of random stuff because I don't have enough, as water, I don't have enough good water gear that is... that are guns. You know, now I have a lot of guns because I just pulled them, so I could probably make a much better set. But I felt like I didn't have enough guns, right? But for some things, if I check my dual blades, you know, I don't have any water, but I have more water when it comes to guns and bows. So then I could play archer for this class. But when it comes to time gear, for example, it looks like I have a lot, but that I really don't. Oops. It looks like I have a lot, but you have to keep in mind, you have to max them out, right? So I have like one good piece of gear, and it's like debatable. It's just for stats. But the rest of it is garbage. So that's bad. But if I look at my dual blades, like, gosh dang, you know, I've got a lot of dual blades, and they're all maxed. Right? And I even have more that I could upgrade if I wanted to. So the idea, you could do the same thing with any class. So if I was running swords versus lances. So we'll start with swords. I have a bunch of fire swords. In fact, here, I guess I could do this one. I don't have a lot of axes or anything like that. You know, I'm also kind of missing out on this one. So if I was going to make a class, I would look at, you know, my swords. I have a few swords, you know, like one, two, three, four max swords, but I could get some more if I was going to main fire. But if I checked my lances, I have a lot of gear, but hardly any of it's max. Like I got 2 pieces of max gear, but both of these have really bad procs, whereas the procs on my swords are much better. Mandate, you know, a lot of people will say that Swallow isn't good, but I think Swallow is good. And you know, Adoration still not bad. So in that instance, I would probably play as a fire soldier, but I could play when I swap over to wind, I'd want to play a lancer. See, all this stuff is maxed, whereas if I check out this gear, it's okay, but it's not maxed. Like, we're looking for max and view stuff. So that's the way that I think about it. So the reason why I'm playing Archer is because it gives me the greatest access to, in my opinion, the best classes in the game. That's the basic stuff. So we're fighting against Dark. Let's see how much stuff I've got. One piece of gear. Okay, that makes it easy. Just swap it out. Let's check out this one. No gear. Okay. Let's check out this one. One piece of gear. Okay. Well, that doesn't really determine what class I want to play then. I guess I could play anything. Yeah. Suppose I could play anything that I really wanted. Let's just boost this up a little bit and then change this one out, and we'll figure it out later. And then only 2. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Both of those are fine. Okay, now the question is, what is my best set of class specifically for Dark and Star? Oh, that's not Star. Oh, and we have to turn off this. And we're going to filter by total. Okay, so I'm seeing lands. So I should probably be a Lancer. I mean, like, I am currently a Lancer, so that kind of skews things a little bit. And I have some bows and other things, but I think Lance is probably the way to go. Yeah. Oh, it's versus dark? Oh, that means light. Yeah, no, I'm stupid. Light and star. That would make a difference, wouldn't it? Still looks like lances. Yeah, a lot of these other things are pretty old. So we're sticking with lance. That makes it easy. And these procs are better than these procs, right? Yeah. I'll swap it. 42. So I need 2 of these. Ba bing ba boom. Now let's go. Let's just auto equip defense gear. I'm surprised that I do not have better defense gear. Interesting. Yeah, that's fine. This is, you know, whatever. I guess I could do the same thing here. No, it's probably best to just manually equip. Manual equip all these. Let's just dump the rest of this in here. Oh no. I guess I'll have to change these round. This is fine. I don't think that's a super big deal. 9? Okay. Ooh, actually I could go with this. If I went with this and that, and then boosted this by 4, even though it's not a helm, I can still equip it. This one. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. And then as weapon or monsters, man, some of these monsters are really outdated. Oh, but I have no cost left. I suppose I could just unequip this. Hopefully there's no reflection. 35. Bless you. Oh, no, not there. Hey Sleepy, will the 45 cost Ninos from the event be used on the Hortensia? I think she's worth it. Yeah. That's what I would do. All right. So if we're versus dark, we want this guy. He gives a light buff. This one's going to be really powerful. Let's see. What else would be good? Swap back to cost. Yeah, I mean, probably just go with Ardenstein, and then I need to boost light and star monsters back, and we're gonna put it on a high total. This one's better, much better in stats. This one, do I have any more? I have a lot of monsters, but hardly any of them are the right stats for me. I mean, I guess I could just run it anyway. I don't think she gives... Oh, she does. Okay. I'll do her. And that's probably good. That is probably good. I have what, like 20? Oh, we lost one. We lost a monster. Give a little bit more. What did I lose? 46? Okay. Probably this one. That gives element, right? Okay, cool. I always have to check because you never know. All right, cool. So that's all set there. Now, let's do ba-ba-bing. All right, what are my stats? Against Dark, 16 mil. I think that's strong enough. I think that is strong enough. Damn, look at those splits, bro. Crazy. Yeah, I think I might be a whale. Yes, I'm aware that light crest gives advantage against time, not dark. However, if you're comparing crests, for example, if you're... Oop, no, that beep, bop, boop. If you're comparing crests, for example, this monster gives a crest. It only gives you 100% stats to every single player. Now, even though this technically gives me light or a time bane, so 25% additional damage against time, it does give all allies 40 light element, which light beats dark, and 40 light element would be equivalent to 400% in total stats. So although technically you are correct, this is much better than any other crest besides the crest that would give you Dark Bane. So, yeah. We still have the issue that people want to crest steal, so the light crest never stays. Yeah, people do crest steal a lot. PvE is a mini game of pass the crown around. Everyone's talking about the crest. You make multi-classing look easy. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why multi-classing would be hard. The numbers actually work out that normal crests are stronger than buffs. Really? See, because I don't think that way. We can test it. Even if it's light crest versus dark enemies. I'm curious if that's because of the way that you've tested it. I'm curious if that's the way that, like it's because of the way that they do the math. It's interesting though. All right. Well, I think it's time to save this as, we'll just save this as event. And let's do some rounds. I think we're finally ready. It's been like, how long have I been streaming for? It's been an hour. Hell yeah. It's the only Spirit Crest I could afford by gambling. So it's like mixed. I like the buffs boost the element buffs too. Oh, you think? Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. I personally have not tested. I believe so, but yeah, during the Light Dimensional War, we tested a bunch of throwing Scold. It was basically a huge troll of replacing normal crown or dark crest. Interesting. That is very interesting. I did not change around my abilities. I probably should have done that. Because I don't need I don't need Devoted Strike. And I also don't need Stake All. So alright. Time to bop. Let's see. I don't even... Is it necessary to uni? Probably not. Probably not necessary. All right, so you're saying that the crown boosts something, or the headgear boosts something. Let's take a look at what is getting boosted. So I think he's talking about those two petals on the edge. Yeah, it must have been those two petals, because there were two people that had it. All right, we got 30 people watching. Hello, hello. We are currently spreading around this headgear. So if you're interested in getting the headgear, then and being zombified like everyone else, then you can do that. So just as a reminder, because it's been an hour since I talked about it, if you run with somebody who has this light lotus, then you get to pass it to them. So for example, I am currently wearing the light lotus, and it looks like it boosts the number of kinship flowers that you get. And we can trade kinship flowers for drops of ether, which are fantastic. More drops of ether. And the tapsies, which are really good. Ooh, scrolls. Damn, that's actually crazy. That's crazy. You can trade for scrolls? No way. Okay, well, you can trade for tapsies. So I would prioritize drops of ether, tapsies, scrolls, obviously, probably these metals. I mean, excuse me. What are the metals even used? I think the metals are used for spawning. Wow, the scrolls are in here too. That's crazy. Oh, you can get Lucifer? Lucifer is probably good. Again, drops of ether, quartz fragments aren't bad. Tapsies, yeah. And then you get, let's see, you get, where's the spawn for it? Metal. You get metals, I assume, for doing stuff? Yeah, you get metals for like spawning or like logging in and stuff like that, and doing quests. And reforging stuff and augmenting. Yeah, so it's just like if you exist in Unison League, you should be able to max these out. So yeah. So that's the current goal, is I'm looking to spread this around. We're gonna spread to as many people as we can. I do apologize if you're wearing the headgear. I'm gonna kick you. Because I want to give it to as many people. Oh, I forgot to change my ability. Shit. Why do I do this to myself? Yeah. Yeah, the petals let you exchange more metals. Yeah. So, for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you'll probably want to have the headgear as part of your outfit. So that's something to keep in mind. If you have a full party, you can get +6. Yeah, that is pretty gnarly. Hey chat, trying to do a PvE soldier. Gear score around 4.5 mil. Attack is weak. What abilities can I use to not look like I battle with an Olive Garden breadstick? Well, I've made a whole video on this. The important part when it comes to any set is not really your stats. So for example, I'm 5 mil in stats, which may look bad on paper. And total stats, I mean, my splits are actually pretty gnarly. They're like 2 mil split, or like 1.9 mil splits. But the more important thing is to have high element. You want good element. I mean, at some point your base stats do matter. But for example, if you have 1 mil attack, and you have none of the requisite gear that would, or element that would boost your stats. So against this, you're still like 1 mil. That's pretty bad. And you're not going to be doing any damage. If you have 1 mil and you have an incredible amount of light and star, because both light and star beat dark, right? So if you have an incredible amount of light and star elemental advantage, then, and you can boost that 1 mil up to, say, 10 mil, then you've got a much, much better set, and you're going to be doing way more damage, regardless of the procs that you have. Now, for the abilities itself, I'll go over some abilities that would be good. Now, if you're playing a soldier, you can still flex into other classes, but soldier is not bad. And I think, honestly, soldier is probably the best class in the entire game. Of course, that's my opinion. I want something with a high cooldown cost. Okay, this one's got a high cooldown. Don't need any of these. Cool. All right, so you're trying to play a soldier, right? What you want to do is use skills that dual attack. So they have attack and defense as part of their typing. So for example, Blooming Blackout has attack and defense scaling, so you want that. I like Blooming Blackout. Crystal Blade with the ability power boost is good. And then Indomitable Winter is your massive damage dealer. This is why I think they're really, really powerful right now, because it just does so much damage. Indomitable Winter will really boost your damage. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like Crystal Blade, Blooming Blackout. I probably wouldn't use Iron Fortress. Dual attack, that's kind of funny for the memes, but most people would probably end up using something like Vigilance just because it's fast, and it protects you a little bit. Especially if you're new, I would probably recommend Vigilance. It does provoke the target, which does suck as a new player, so maybe not. Yeah, but I would say your core is going to be Indomitable Winter, Blooming Blackout, Crystal Blade. Anything else is kind of secondary. You know, Inspired Sword isn't bad. You know, there are a lot of ones. Dual attack, I don't know. Can you boost dual attack's damage? Ooh, no, you can't. You can reduce its cost, though. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Thank you guys for reminding me. All right. I feel like Nurgle. I'm spreading the plague. You don't want a flower hat? I give you a flower hat anyway. Yeah, if you guys have any other questions, or if you are wanting to get the Flower Helm, the exclusive 11th anniversary thing, which hopefully they do more events like this, because I do think it is pretty cool, then you're welcome to hop in, and I'm just running with everyone, so you're welcome to join. Oh my goodness. I think this is the first time ever that I've gotten to see the original. So this is the original right here. That's what the original animation looks like. And then this is the recycled animation. I mean, they basically look the same. Just the character looked different. First time dressing up as a girl with a flower hat, and it made me realize just how much girls' cosmetics have. Yeah, brother, the girls got it good in this game. I think my fit looks good, though. I think I did a good job with the fit. It's been years since I've been a girl, but something, I guess when A-Team specifically gives me the gear and asks me to do the thing, then I guess I'll do it. And I do apologize if you hop in and you've got it equipped. I will kick you just because for this stream specifically, I'm looking to spread as much of my gene seed as possible. How was your selection spawn? Garbage. I think I did it on stream. I didn't get anything that I wanted. The time monster wasn't bad though. That time monster specifically, it's a super unique monster, so I might end up using it because I actually do have a pretty good time set. So, yeah. And I'm really debating. Hortensia is so good. I really want her. So, in a lot of ways, I am kind of torn because my time set is really good and powerful, and I want to make sure that I can use, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. The location of the stairs is kind of the keyboard is a little bit different between the two animations. That is kind of interesting. Oh, I probably missed it. I'll rewatch it. Yeah, no worries. You got Indra? Ooh. Congratulations to anyone who can get something like that. That is impressive. If you're wanting to join the Discord too as well, we got a bunch of people who joined during the stream. I posted it, and I guess I'll wave hi to all of them. So yeah. Oh, so many new faces. History. Yeah. Oh, you can also follow me on X. I guess I'll post that. I don't have many followers on X, but I am trying to build it. Because I post specifically polls on X. We will be doing more events in the future. And so any of the events in the future will be polls. Polled events. So those will be on X. I got another off-stat Avery. I don't know who Avery is. Let's see. Who is Avery? Limapedia is still up. Oh, the pirate. The pirate's interesting. Unfortunately, the 30k is it's pretty bad. But the 3 dark element is really nice. She's just good as a backline character. Yeah. It was between Starquail or Indra. Oh my gosh. Yo, you got a cracked choice. Yeah, I unfortunately did not get anything good. But I at least explained my thought process. Alright, we're going to change it up. Do a crest monster. Somebody else can throw. Of course, I change it up and somebody yoinks my crest. Wow. My bad. My bad. I didn't want that crest anyway. It's a shite crest. I guess we'll see. Man, I still can't get over the fact that Ornstein gives so much buff and gives diffusion and gives a good bubble. Man, she's just incredible. She's honestly top tier, 10 out of 10. Always, the women always got love. Hopefully, second half of the event will deliver good gear and monsters. Well, Ornstein is unbelievably good, in my opinion. I think she's a 10 out of 10. Especially for new players, I think she's really, really valuable. Because she helps you get through the normal quests. So she'll be able to help you beat a lot of the normal places where people get stuck. So that's really valuable. I value that a lot, at least. I also think that she is really, really good at just general PvE stuff, you know? She's got like a really solid PvE thing going on. That's the way I'll put it. I'm going to kick both of these because I've already seen them. Nope. We're trying to spread viruses to new people. Would you say blooms or translucent is better for PvP and PvE? Well, translucent is the percent gear, right? Hang on, let me look. Translucent reduces, so reduces physical damage. Interesting. Let me take a look. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bee-ba-boo. If you had to choose between the two of them, let me pull up Bloom as well. Bloom's a little bit old, isn't it? Reduces physical and magical damage taken by L+, reduces physical damage taken by S+, and magic by S+. Fills unison gauge. Damage reduction increases to XXL. Procs on an XL. What is this one's proc rate? L+. Yeah, so just right off the bat, I can tell you Bloom is going to be better. Bloom is going to be better for PvP and PvE. PvP because it can also stack up to the damage reduction of XXL. And has a better proc rate. They both reduce incoming damage by 15%. Oh, okay, cool. Nobody died. They both reduce damage by 15%, but the Bloom will proc more often and has the unison gauge up by 5, which is nice. So, yeah, I would go with Bloom between the two of them. I like Blooms way more for PvE. It's interesting. I don't like any of the percent damage reduction for PvE. I think that's only a PvP thing. Would you say I've been trying to get a Blooms, but I keep getting translucent. I got light translucent today. I mean, you shouldn't be wanting any of them, in my opinion. Right, because, like, in my opinion, something... Here, I'll show you. Something like this that reduces ability power and increases status ailment resistance, but also procs on an XL. I think this is just a better proc for PvE. And if you're wanting PvP procs, then you would want to get these. These guys, because these will reduce the ability power, give you uni, and reduce damage taken by 45% at level 7. So for these are the PvP gear. These are the really good PvP gears. These right here are the good PvE gears, including Intercept as well, which I don't have up, but this is Intercept gear. I think Intercept, the nullification is nice for the one. But goes up to XXL plus and procs on an XL, so pretty easy to stack as well. Also reduces ability power by a decent margin. So yeah, I mean, I think Blooms are not great for PvE. I think blooms are not great for PvE. They're not bad by any means, but I wouldn't say that they're like that's what I would be looking for, not necessarily. All right, let's get some cost or some AP or whatever you want to call it. I need to get some crazy PvP monsters because I skipped Pandora for this. Ooh. Well, I can tell you, somebody, I don't think leaked, but somebody posted the future monsters in one of the Discords. They do mining every once in a while where they mine data. And generally speaking, you can get information on the upcoming monsters depending on if they've been put into the game. And I can tell you the upcoming monsters are not to die for, but they're not bad either. We're going to have to kind of tell. There's some things missing from the monsters, and of course they can change them last minute, but I can't see like their awakenings, and so I'm not going to speak on them. But you can probably ask around, and they may end up getting posted. But I don't think that they're Pandora level PvP crazy. Honestly, I think Pandora is so overpowered. I think that debuff is so strong. It's kind of unbelievable that they even released it. It makes you question whether or not a team, like how they end up testing their PvP stuff. So I just can't understand that nebulous eclipse. That debuff it's just stupid. It's just stupid. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, even like for example, 5 years from now, I can't see nebulous eclipse being bad. They're gonna have to release like a bunch of really, really overpowered stuff for nebulous eclipse to even be kind of sort of bad. Yeah, nebulous eclipse. Honestly, you should have gotten Queen. Queen would have been good. I like Queen a little bit more than Pandora, but they basically do the same thing. What do you think so far of the new Xenos Gear tiers? I'm excited for Delusion to make a comeback. Yeah, a real comeback. Yeah, the real comeback is the big thing there. I am excited for Delusion to make a comeback as well. It's really unfortunate. I've beaten some of the Delusions, not all of them, but and I've even gotten the gear for some of them, but I just sold them because I was like, what is this gonna do in the future? Yeah, big mistake. But yeah, it is what it is. I'll probably end up doing like a bunch of Delusion stuff on stream so we can help people get things done. Now, what do I think about the new Xenos tiers? I absolutely love the fact that they finally changed the Xenos gear from a proc to a passive. Thank God. Because it was awful. We're just gonna let's all just thank a team collectively for their decision, because nothing feels worse than proccing the Xenos trash. And that's honestly, I think some of the top tier players don't even play with Xenos gear because this proc is so bad. 4XL increases ability power by XL. It's like, and it has an XL chance. So it's just really unfortunate. It's just garbage. But, and this is a huge but, we're talking about like a Calipagus but. They kind of fixed it. Which of course it won't show me here. Where did it was under notices, wasn't it? I just looked at it. Huge badonk. Yo, where is it? Okay, there it is. They changed it, and now it looks like it's going to be a passive. So it's a constant effect that increases all of your physical and magical ability power by by L, which is 30, and that's not bad. And it boosts by 35. That is gnarly. The ability power being a constant thing is crazy. I also love how they just throw in the fact that you can use 2 of these, but then the effect is only specific to this class. So it makes me think that they kind of messed up, or this is a huge or, but maybe they're gonna release some similar type of stuff when they boost the Sofa gear. That's not Sofa gear. When they boost this gear up, it makes me think, maybe they'll add something similar to that. So we're gonna have to see. But I love the new Xenos gear. I'm gonna make a video on it at some point. But yeah, it looks really good. My goodness, how many messages have been sent? Where did I leave off? Oh, okay. Wow, a lot of messages have been sent. Bloom is the set that came with Triumph. It does normal. Yeah, I know it does. I know it does normal damage reduction and percent damage reduction, and it's got a pretty decent proc rate. I know all that. I just the big uni gain. I mean, a big is like an overestimate in my opinion. I think it's just decent uni gain. Like 5 is okay. If it was 10, then I'd be like, wow. It is a much stronger proc in PvP than, I mean, well, I don't want to say that either. Kind of depends. But I disagree, Tsunami. I think that translucent? Well, mastery over, like, mastery of fire. I think those are still the best PvE procs in the game. You think they test new PvP content? Well, okay. Even if they don't test new PvP content, they should at least ask people who do PvP. They could ask me, and I could have told them. I would have said straight up, this is a stupid ass idea. You better not do that. Please don't do this. I could have explained to them why it's bad, right? You already have abstraction, and abstraction is something that already is really oppressive, but abstraction has to land, which means that you can build resistances against it, which means that as a team, you can sell monsters, and those monsters will give you money. Where now, you just throw the thing, and, you just throw Pandora and instantly one-shot everyone, regardless of how whale they are. I skipped Pandora, but I spawned for Melidia when she came out. Yeah, Melidia is great. She's got probably the second best hits in the entire game. But she's also not bad, just as a general monster. Yeah, I also skipped Pandora. I don't have Pandora. I got Queen, but I don't have Pandora. One of my first posts in the official 18 Discord, I feel the new defense Xenos constant should be exempt from constant canceling like abstraction and nebulous field. Even if they did that, even if they made Xenos gear and Sofo gear immune to those constants, not only would it be really confusing for the general player, because they would be like, they'd be questioning why does this not affect it, but also I still think people would die. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. Because even without the field, Pandora slaps the shit out of me. I would need to change around my gear. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, you really just have to. You really need to make it so that. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that would make it better. I don't think that would make it playable. I think Pandora still does a little bit too much damage. But at least I would be able to build against it. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's probably the best. That's probably the best thing to do. It'd be really confusing though, because it says it avoids constants, and you'd need to just whatever. You'd have to like have special writing. I need to. That's another thing. I need to email a team and tell them to fix their typing, because their typing on the percent damage down versus the regular damage down. There needs to be a distinction between the typing so that people can understand that they're different. Because that's really annoying. I really hope the zeros on the elemental attack for the new Xenos tier is just a notice bug. The zeros, I'm not sure if I'm aware of what you're talking about. My assumption is that they just wrote that in because all the constants that I have worded restricted to only one Xenos type. When's the next PvP tournament? So, I'm currently thinking that the next PvP tournament is going to be late July. We're going to have to see. It may be earlier. It depends on where I am. And it also depends on how busy I am. But I'll try to give you guys a little bit more heads up notice. I will say my current plan for the next PvP tournament is going to be 2016. So my plan is going to be everyone is going to be sent back to 2016. So we're probably going to cap gear scores off at like 80K. And you're only going to be allowed to use the first 3 rings. And the highest rated monster will probably be 29 cost. So if you want to prepare, then those are the limitations. But yeah, so that's going to be the next tournament. Depending on how many people we get, it may end up being all the way up to a 5v5. It's going to really depend on how many players we get. My goal is to not make it a 5v5. My goal is to make it something else. Damn, no morph time? Yeah, I know that there are a lot of passive buffs from class rings and stuff, but I don't want to be managing people's gear. So if, for example, you can get a really powerful piece of gear, I just don't want piercing procs in the main slot. You know, obviously I don't want any piercing procs, but if 4 people are on each team, that's 8 people, I don't think I'm going to be able to see if there's a piercing proc. You know what I mean? Like, I think it'll be too many people for me to genuinely see, and I don't want to be disqualifying teams if somebody's an idiot. So I still have to work out some things, but my goal is to make it so that it'd be impossible for you to even equip a single piece of gear, of piercing gear. That's my goal. That's my goal for the whole thing, is to make it impossible for you to even do it, so then I don't have to worry about it. And I have to look up a bunch of pictures. I don't have any pictures of myself from 2016, so if anyone has pictures of 2016 Unison League and some average stats, that'd be great, but I have no idea what the average was back then. It's been too many years, and I've lost most of the pictures from back then, so I don't think I have any pictures of me with the Unison, with you know, what gear score was even like back then, but it was probably pretty bad. You have to keep in mind, in 2016, things like the eggs, the casapasas, the pastas, things like Hidden Awakenings didn't exist. So all of the stats that you would have gotten from Hidden Awakenings didn't exist. They were just coming out with infusions, and nobody had infusions. So that's a thing. They were just releasing... Actually, I don't think... Xenos gear wasn't a thing at the time. There was no Xenos gear. Most people got their gear from the free daily, you know, the 25 thing. And most players didn't even have max level gear, and they also didn't have max level gear. So, like, you know, nothing was level 5, and nothing was level 60 or 70 or whatever it is now, whatever the baseline is. So keep that in mind. Back in 2016, getting enough eggs, because the biggest problem was AP. There was not enough AP, because remember, AP scales with the number of with your current level. So back in 2016, I think the max AP was something like 80. It was really, really bad. So imagine that you're trying to run something that costs 30 AP or 15 AP to run, and half the time you're gonna lose because you need clerics and other things like that. And you couldn't build a team. So for example, now you can build a party, and the party you can like order it. Back then, you just sent that shit. You just clicked, I want to play this game, and you just hope that 4 other people that are competent joined. So it was a very, very different time, and AP was a huge problem. Huge problem. So most players didn't even have max level gear. I mean, when I was playing, most of my best procs were max level, but I didn't have nearly like a full set of max level gear. So if it wasn't even max level, you best know that it was also not level 5. And there was no level 7. There was no level 7. Level 7 came out years later. So, yeah. But if you wanted to play a Morpher, I suppose you could. I mean, it's probably just going to be main classes. Yeah, no, it probably just has to be main classes because it's the first 3 rings. Yeah, it's gonna have to be main classes. So, oh wow, it's been a while. Hey Legacy, hey Kenzik. She does too much damage too many times. Yeah, Pandora's nobody likes getting one shot. I don't know why A-Team thinks that we enjoy it, but nobody likes getting one shot. That's why they invented Xenogear to begin with. But there's a fine balance between getting one shot and not being able to kill the enemies at all. I think I would rather have no one-shotting, but people will differ on this. I can understand why people enjoy the one-shot, because building a proper throw strategy for something like Guild Battle, a proper clash that can win and kill, that's time, dedication. You have to have good players. You have to have coordination. There's a lot of things that go into it. If everyone just survives, then you can just throw whatever and it's different. But so I understand some things. Getting one shot, I think, should only be possible if you get 3 monsters in a row. I think 3 monsters in a row that all do high damage should be able to kill the world's tankiest guy. And that's it. I don't think that there should be anything more to that, in my opinion. But if you're gonna allow people to die, but yeah, different time. 80k, yeah, blah, 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 that's real. I'd maybe be down to assist with the event like Pirate did last time, if that would help. Yeah, I need to figure out how to stream and also have you guys be able to listen in on the conversation. Because last time Pirate was giving some really good notes, and I'd probably want to re-invite Pirate, but I have to figure out how to do it. Because I don't want to use my computer. I don't want to have to download everything on that. So I have to figure out maybe a different application other than Discord or something else. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have a set for that. Oh, perfect. People are ready. I'll be ready probably. You can look at the past tournament winners to see what gear score progression looked like at the peaks. Oh, that's so smart. Yo, that's so smart. Tsunami coming out with a huge Giga Brain. I didn't even think about that. But to be fair, tournament winners didn't come out. They didn't have tournaments in 2016, I don't think. Single 100k player was very rare. Yeah, you have to keep in mind a 100k player. Oh, another thing is that you're going to have to be level 310. So no making new accounts and then not unlocking all of your stuff. It's going to be locked to... You have to be level 310. So, how do you even see old guild... Oh, the Hall of Fame. Wait. There we are. Nice. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is absolutely not 2016. I can guarantee that. These stats are way too high. In level 175, if I remember correctly, the highest level was 80? When, like, because I remember when 80 came out, so it was before that, when 2016, 20... it's going to be a hard one. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Yeah. Anyway, we'll figure it out. That's a future me problem, not a current me problem. Zelda. Yep. I was gonna use it today.
Doesn't matter. Put in the container.
Okay.
It's common sense.
Okay. Yeah, seeing a 100K player was really rare. 2016 was back in the Stone Age. Yeah, well, my goal, a lot of people complained because they weren't able to play in the event. So my goal is to make it such that more people can participate. So that should fix that problem. I remember competing in year score and middle school friends in 2016, literally advancing on each other by the hundreds of stats. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I remember day by day, my stats would increase. I remember my stats would change daily. Because you have to remember, Ninos were like a huge deal. If your total gear score is less than 100K, I mean, your Ninos, the pluses, like that you get, you'll get those daily. And those changed how, your stats as well. There was a lot of stuff that went into it. Yeah. I remember people messaging me and be like, how did you pass me? Every day it seems like your stats are going up. So it was a very, very different time. Being the best players at the time feels 40 to 60K. Oh, 400K to 600K being the best players at the time. Nah, maybe money. At the time feels so insane. A new account can hit a mil maybe 2 days in. If it takes you 2 days to hit a mil, then you're just not doing the normal quests. You should be able to hit 2 mil in like 5 hours of playing, probably. I have 10 constants, 10 openings, and get one shot in the first 30 seconds. Well, that's probably why. I hit 1.3 on a fresh account in 1 day, and that was like 3 years ago. Yeah. Imagine sending a Rav proc back in time. Well, I think the game would look different. I'm okay with ravaging procs being around, but the game needed to adapt. To be fair, null procs were like really, really strong. So we're gonna have to see how powerful null procs are. Basically, nobody back then got null procs because you had to rank in the top. Like, having null procs back in the day was equivalent to flexing on everyone, because you had to be a mega whale and you had to rank highly in ranked guild battles like 3 or 4 times in a row, which was incredibly difficult. And because the ranked guild battles came out like every 6 months, so you had to be playing for a long time consistently at a high level. It was really, really hard to get null procs, so those were like, yeah. But the game would have adapted, I think. If they had ravaging procs back then, the game would have just... It would just look a little bit different than it does now. Go to the A-Team Discord and check old messages in 2016. I don't think there was... Discord didn't even come out in 2016. Right? Discord release date. Oh, okay, wow. Yeah, Discord's been around for a while. But it wasn't popular for at that time. I don't think there are any messages. Probably be under announcements, honestly. That's probably their oldest thing that I could realistically go back in time in. Let's see. While I look at this, yeah, I think peak gear score was around 150. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to do 100K. But I know that things have kind of changed a little bit, so we're gonna have to see. Yeah, it looks like their first post was in 2019. So they weren't even around in 2016. Alright, I don't think the blue bar was even a thing back in 2016. What blue bar? I have no idea what you're talking about when you talk about blue bar. Oh, maybe, are you talking about CP? CP? Because CP came out in like 2010. Or not 2010, 2020. It was like 2020, 2021, something around there. That's only been in like the last 5 years. So... yeah, the fact that CP didn't oh, right. Oh, no. Players are going to have CP. I know what you're saying now. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, that really does throw a monkey wrench in the jungle gym, doesn't it? Because you won't be able to kill anyone. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm trying to think of, like, what I could even do to fix that. Oh, no. Yeah, but people can unequip furnitures. You can unequip furnitures and you can equip a level 1 pet. So that's basically no stats. However, if you wanted the ability power boost, you could always just equip 1. Man, what are we going to do about the CP bar? I wonder if I could email a team and ask them to disable or have an option where you could disable the CP bar. That'd be cool. Classes have passives like mage / soldier, 40% reduction, Lancer, 20% null chances, cleric, damage reduction to all classes. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. What to do? What to do? I haven't tried it yet. Maybe we have to boost the you know, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm dead! Are we about to get one shot? What do their buffs look like? I mean, I don't think we'll get one shot. Gonna have to see though. Yeah, that's a really good point. The class passives, man, that really does throw a monkey wrench into the jungle gym. I don't know what to do. Yeah, we'll figure it out. It won't be impossible. Your favorite viewer is... oh, hey, Hujizi. All right. Do they have... No, they do not. Oh, come on. Give me the cost. Give me the cost. Ooh, actually, I should probably just jump. Yeah, I guess I'll just jump. Yep, jumping was the right choice. They're just going to throw fire. They're just going to... Too much wind. Too much wind. I should have thrown water. I think we still would have lost. Look at that. A team full of whales getting one shot. Wait, they don't even have any buffs. Wait a second. Are we good? It does not even look like they have buffs. They have an ability power buff, it looks like. But it's just +5. What the well, they have no damage, so, like, you know. And Pirate left. I'll just at Pirate. Oh no. The last second guild bond. Nope. Not gonna make it. They're most likely gonna attack again though. I'll throw this monster so that we live. Oh, come now, brother. We just need to stall. We just need to stall for 10 more seconds. Stall for 10 more seconds. Nebulous Eclipse will expire and they won't replace it. They won't be able to replace it. Okay. There it goes. Can we survive? Nothing but water, baby. All right, well, I'm dead. And K got locked. Does Rev... I'm trying to think. Hopefully Rev's monster goes off first. Holy smokes! Oh my gosh. Get Nebulous Eclipsed, noobs. And time sliced, right? I'm pretty sure Queen time slices. I'm pretty sure. There's no way they don't end, right? There's no way. They've got to end. Maybe not. Oh, come now. Their buff should be expired. Well, GG. I guess when you lose 3 times in a row, it happens. You're in an interview while watching, bro. How? That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Back to it, I suppose. Oh, nope. I'll make my own. Yeah, we did get smacked. How are they not able to kill? Yeah, because they had no buffs. They should have at least thrown a crest, bro. Yeah, what did they all jump? I think they all jumped water because they knew that we wouldn't have it. That's my guess as to, because we threw 3 wind before, so that's my guess as to why they threw all water. Yeah, that was a pretty stupid guild battle in my opinion. It is what it is though. Oh. All right. Man, we are passing the 2-hour mark. Crazy that I've been streaming for this long. For those of you who are just coming in, I'm trying to spread this headgear. So if you're wanting this headgear, the only way to get it is to run a quest with somebody else who has the headgear equipped. So that's why I'm a girl. But you guys are welcome to hop in and I'll give it to you. No worries. You might have to allow piercers since nobody's going to be able to kill anyone, though I do understand your point of trying to include more people. Yeah, my goal is to not have piercers. Maybe I can make the max gear score like 300k, and yeah, I'll have to figure out the CP thing, because that does change a lot, and the amount of damage that you were able to deal back then is a little bit different. And if you allow 300k, people are going to be able to do very different things. It's kind of a rough place to be in, to be honest. Yeah. What to do? I would limit one piercer per person. Yeah, but that I feel like that excludes people. And who's to say that somebody doesn't equip 2 piercers and then just hopes they don't double proc piercer? You know what I mean? So, I mean, if they do, it would be a disqualification. But if it never dual procs, if they never proc twice, then, you know, it would appear as though it would be the same as having a single one equipped, if that makes sense. So that makes it really hard to, yeah. But it's something that I'm working on in the future. So that's a future me problem after this semester is over. Man, I missed the Persona collab just because of the music. The music was so banging during the Persona collab. They really should release an option like in Skyrim or RuneScape, where you can choose the music that you listen to. That'd be so awesome, honestly. Because no old defense gear nor old ability rings would be able to protect against scaling of piercing skills. Yeah, that's the problem. Make sure everyone has the cosmetic ornamental equipped. You get 6 kinship flowers. Yeah, I'm trying to spread it. So the goal is, I know that you get more kinship flowers, but just for today, during this stream. I mean, later when I'm running alone, I don't really care. But my goal now is to spread it. Because yes, 6 kinship flowers is the ideal. But in this kind of environment, I want to spread it to as many people as possible first, and then we can all equip it, and then we can all have a party. You know what I mean? But if nobody has the gear, then we can't have the party. So hopefully that makes sense. You're welcome to join, Junkie, if you don't already have it. I'm trying to spread it to as many people as possible. Alrighty. CSA rerolls are hurting me. Why are all 4 CPUs throwing Joker with me? Yeah, that's a that's a thing, isn't it? Yeah, CPU that CSA stuff is just all RNG. If you really want to rank highly in CSA, you got to be doing it basically 3 times a day all week, every single day, and even then you could get bad RNG. So sometimes, but I don't even think ranking high on CSA is necessary. Yeah, I have it, but I'm out of AP. Oh, okay. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I don't think many people know how to obtain the kinship ornament and how to spread it. Most people don't even read the notices. Yeah, reading is difficult. It's a high tier skill. A lot of people who come to college think that they can read, and then they write something, and they realize they can't write or read. Really, in order to be able to write, you need to be able to read. And in order to be able to read, you need to be able to write. Like, they're kind of interchangeable, right? Like, and in order to be able to write, you also need to be able to understand. So I understand that's like reading is a high tier skill. So, but I think that people will eventually figure it out just by word of mouth. That's my guess. I got it by chance in a random party. Wow, that seems really rare, especially for day 1. Day 1 is crazy. As you can see, though, a lot of people are catching on, especially the whales. They're all catching on that you're supposed to equip this gear and pass it around. Ooh, Gash. I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, I'm trying to take my rank 1 back. Dang, rank 1. I couldn't even imagine. Well, I mean, I've gone for rank 1 before. Did I rank 1? Actually, now that I think about it, I think I recently ranked 1. Yeah, I ranked 1. Yeah, it was the help of you guys. When did I do that? That was weeks ago? Yeah, I ranked 1. It is kind of crazy to think about, but yeah, I haven't attempted a CSA rank 1 before before doing it with on a stream. I haven't attempted it in years because it doesn't really matter to me. It's not necessary at all, but I scale dark, so I want to take my first. Yeah, a lot of people, that used to be like a really, really popular thing, was that you would scale a specific element because it was too expensive to scale every element. And that was before things like delusions came out. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. A lot of people kind of stuck with scaling a single element, although it is no longer necessary. Especially people used to scale a single element also because they didn't know how many pieces of gear were required to max, because they didn't used to tell us that. Now they kind of changed their formatting so we can see how they actually scale. Oh no. Well, hopefully nobody else throws. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I guess, yeah. Also, speaking of CSA, they need to add an options that we can change the CPU's unison order and what monsters they can throw and not throw. Yeah, that would be interesting. I think that's asking a lot of coding from A-Team, and it doesn't seem to me like A-Team is proficient at coding. They're just proficient at modifying, unless it brings them money, like new effects for monsters and gear and stuff. But it takes them a long time to code stuff. They haven't touched CSA, Mobius, or Coliseum in years. So, yeah. I doubt that'll end up happening, to be honest. I rank 1 when it's the first day before everyone is. Yeah. If you're just the first of the party, you'll just always rank 1. I've scaled. Oh no, this guy was in the last run. I've scaled mostly dark only because I was free to play for so long, and now I'm still a pretty low spender. So I just keep up with it. Yeah, most people are like that. Yeah, honestly, it's not a bad strategy, especially you're playing mage. Yeah, mage scaling dark seems really smart to me. Please ready up. Bro. You don't need to check people's stats. Yeah, if you're a low spender, staying with a single element is probably good, just so that you can max out that element. Because I'm trying to think. Yeah. If you max out a single element, you'll probably be able to do PvP, PvE, and guild battles, but you'll only be able to do the PvE. Oh no, no! Don't spend a gem. Oh no! Please, nobody ever be like the person that we just saw. That hurt me. That hurt me, as you could hear from the coughing. Physical pain from that person's. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. All right. A-Team's coding is so bad, it's actually laughable. I think they've built their own system. So I don't think that their coding is bad. I think that their system is not robust. I think it's super, super streamlined for Unison League. And because it's super streamlined, it doesn't take up a lot of like bandwidth when you're using. I find that if I'm searching on the internet, I will spend more energy, like more data on the internet than I will on Unison League. So I really like Unison League for the fact that it doesn't take up a lot of my data, but also I could play Unison League for like 5 hours straight. I can't play any other game for that long, because it's just not optimized nowadays. You run any kind of 3D-ish game and you get like an hour or two of gameplay on high settings. So Unison League's really nice because it is super, super streamlined, but it does make it seem like their coding is bad. Only 202B right now, but also a mage. So I'm kind of getting shafted. I don't know, man. Did you spawn, Tsunami? Did you spawn the staff? What was the name of that? The dragon staff. What did I call that? It was called. Why is this not ordered based on date? Oh, did you spawn the Sky Bloom Dragon Kings set? The Dragon Kings set for mages specifically is really, really good. Just because you get some pretty good dual scaling action. It does cost Unison, which is kind of unfortunate, but not bad overall. Overall, I still think it's really powerful. Let's see what else people said. I'm 100k away from hitting 6 mil gear score. Free to play. Might spend a little to celebrate soon. Any pack recommendations? That is an excellent question. I think we're getting down to the point where almost everyone has it. So does anyone, please message me in chat if you don't have it. If not, then I'll just run with, people who have the hairpins. Congratulations on almost hitting 6 mil. 6 mil is it's still a pretty big deal. I think I max out at 7 or 6.9. I don't even know if I can hit 7 mil. I'll check after this. So yeah, but that's a really big deal. Any pack recommendations? I recommend gems, honestly. I recommend you go to, if you're going to spend anything, in my opinion, the most efficient thing to do as a free-to-play player or as a low spender is to just buy gems. And I would recommend doing that by going to their Unison League's secondary website, not buying directly through the A-Team website. That's my recommendation, at least. Yeah, especially I'd rather spend the limited bag. If you haven't spent anything, the $4 bag that gives you 32 gems total. That's the best way to get gems. Honestly, it's like incredibly efficient. Yeah, especially with all the other free stuff they hand out, I get enough gear for my other elements without investing gems. Yeah, it is nice. They've really upped the amount of free stuff that you get, especially for, lots of different elements. I think that as a free-to-play player, you could do a pretty good job of being a PvE menace in almost everything. I think the only thing that you really have to spend a lot of gems on is PvP and guild battles. Because I think that you only need a few good monsters, and then the rest can just be backline stuff. So yeah. It's a very different world than it was even a few years ago. I think my sets are all around 10 mil minimum, although light is 29 mil, bro. What? 29 mil? 29 mil? Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I know now. 2 minutes in any of the trials is also crazy good. It left an impression on me. Which set was that? I was only really spawned for gear if it's dark element, so it's probably not. My highest is 17 mil versus element. Being free to play is easy nowadays. Yeah, I agree. Playing this game as a free to play player is so easy, which is really, really nice. So let's see my top gear score. I think I can boost it a little bit. Yeah, let's click this, and we're just gonna go high total. Okay. Yeah, so I basically have all of these equipped. The only one that's out of line is I could equip this one. Let's see what the boost is on that. Is it worth it? 1K. Yeah, I don't think 1K is really worth it. All right, let's see. Yeah, it looks like I have basically all of the top ones equipped for this. I have not run any of the new slates. I suppose we can do that. I can run one round of new slates. So I'm missing this one. So that's something. Let's take this out. Put it on armor. And oh, that's not the one. Oh, I need two. There it is. An extra 30k there. And then basically all these are gonna be the same. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that just tells you, and my max gear score is that 6.8, almost 7. I wonder if I can boost it a little bit more. Oh no, I already have those. Okay. Well, my monsters and my what is it, 30k? Yeah, if I change my monsters around, I could definitely boost over. If I just equip these, I might even be able to boost over. Oh, that's not it. What am I at now? Yeah. Just, if I equip like one more of these dragons, I'd be able to, or one of these. These are the same. They're like 8K as well. There you go. 6.9. Hey, 69. But yeah, that's my highest gear score. Oh no, I forgot to change my pets back. Whatever. What are you gonna do? Have you run the new slates yet? Oh yeah, I already talked about that. Yeah, we can take a look at the slates. What about main slot increase stats? Oh, that's a good point. I don't think I have. That's a good point. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I did that. I think the last one I have is Aphrodite, which is pretty outdated. I don't think that would really boost my stats a whole lot. Worth taking a look, I suppose. Oh no, my abilities are all wrong again. Oh man. I forgot to save. It's kind of ironic though. For this, having the wrong abilities is actually beneficial because I have this. Big Smack. Big Smack. How come not running Ninja for max gear score if you dual scale, if you build dual scaling weapons anyway? Because of the defense gear. The defense gear for ninjas is helms and clothing. That is why. Because I prioritize armors and hats. Let's go and here. Let's remove these like that. Oh, not classes. Alright, max gear score. Let's see if I can boost it with a main slot monster like that. So, this one gives less than 60k, right? Yeah, it's 50k. This one gives 60k. Do any of these give less than 60k? Okay, no. 60k. 60k. This one's got to be 60k, right? Yeah, okay. This one's 60k, the other one's 60k. Okay, so this one's the only one that's 50k. If we put this Aphrodite, yeah. Okay. Aphrodite. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does boost my stats. Thank you for that. That's a good point. Completely forgot about that. Just shows how much I use those main slot monsters like that, because I don't. No. Make my own. All right. From what I've seen, it's going to take 50 days to awaken the Xenos weapons further. There's no way to cheat it like a little, right? I have not done the math, but I doubt that there's a way to cheat it. Generally speaking, when new things like this come out, there's no way to cheat it. And over time, they will make it so that you can cheat it. But for now, you can't. I would be shocked if you could. Probably not 50 days. Most likely it depends on the delusion rotation events, how they end up working out. Because it'll take 25 days for the slates. But the restricting factor will still be the delusion items, which will be available starting the 15th. Is Ninja to point that out? I haven't run any of them, so I don't actually know for certain if any of the, like, usually trading slates for the armor slates is not 1-to-1. Generally, it's like 5-to-1 or something like that. So I'd be curious if that's still the case here. because I haven't run it, so I don't actually know. But it is worth considering. That may extend it. Considering, too, that you have to do an armor, a helm, and you have to do a weapon, maybe multiple weapons, depending on if you're GOAT or not. Like, for example, a soldier that runs lances as well, you would need 2 weapons. So that might change things as well. I'm not sure how that'll end up doing. Yeah, it's 5-1 for the new slates too. Yeah, that'll change things. That'll probably up the days, right? That'd be my thought process at least. Who Cheesy says, is ninja a good class if you know how to play them? Yeah. I think ninja is one of the best PvP classes in the game. And you could argue nowadays that since they've gotten their newest ability, that red ability, you could argue that ninjas are actually incredibly good in PvE too. I just don't like ninjas because you can't auto as a ninja, which I basically auto all of my quests. So not being able to auto is really unfortunate and sad. Yeah, that's basically the only reason that I don't play ninja is because of the autoing. But I think ninja's good. Yeah, that's my ending conclusion. I feel like we've gotten a lot of people this stuff, so that's awesome. If you're just coming in, I probably have one more run that I can do. And then I'm going to call... Oh, I guess we'll do maybe some of the new stuff. Some of the new... there was a specific word. I don't remember the word for it. But yeah, the new stuff for the Xenos gear. We should trade... Eon. I like playing Lancer because I can just click buttons without thinking. Yeah, Lancers are cool. I do have to argue, though, I think currently soldiers might be a little bit cooler. Indomitable Winter just does a little bit more damage. And by a little bit, I mean like a massive amount of damage. I think it was called Eon series. Is it called the Eon series? I actually have no idea. I guess we'll check it. All right. Yeah, I'll show a ninja build. I play mage because I think it's neat. I also think mage is neat. I used to main mage back in the day. I used to main cleric, I used to main mage. I love mages. Peak mage was absolutely the reign of the meteors. During meteor reign was when mages were at their peak, and they've basically only fell since then. Which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. You know, what are you going to do? Okay, I did the math. If you clear all 6 slates per day, you get 2 per category. If your goal is to fully complete 1, It'll take 13 days to reach the 50 needed. Yeah. I have Soldier C for my guild battles set because I have the flowing water weapons. Oh, okay. But have you tried Soldier in PvE too? Oh, have to try. Yeah, you're gonna have to try Soldier in PvE. Dude, Soldier in PvE is like, in my opinion, is probably the best class in the game. As of right now. Kinda debatable. Kinda. Alright. Just before I forget, here is a ninja. So you just have your ninja stuff. You want high attack specifically. This is for PvP. Now I was running Wind Shear is a really, really fast ability, so you're going to want to kill with Wind Shear. I would not recommend running Flickering Flash. It's pretty bad. And then Moon Piercer is also pretty fast. Smoke Bomb is for the blind, but also the damage nullification from magic can be kind of nice. Heat Haze is good. Serpent is good. Strategy. Both strategies are honestly really, really powerful nowadays. You could argue you could run something like this, but I don't like the fact that it only hits once. I guess 2 times. Yeah. 2 times. So I don't personally run it. But this is like one of my old PvP sets. Now when you're running PvE, you'll want something like this. You basically run Shadow Weave as your filler move, and then you have Red Lightning, Moon Piercer, and Cloud Cutter. Cloud Cutter is still your max damage move. So yeah. And then I prefer to have the 0 cost on both of them because it doesn't really matter. And then I basically never swap stages. If you swap, you should be able to remove this, honestly. It's really annoying that you can't remove this ninja seal. But because you can't, it's whatever. But Shadow Clone is just for some cost if you need it. And then Captivating Incense isn't a bad ability in some circumstances. Alright. We're just going to run a max gear set and change this one to this, and that should be good enough. I'd be surprised if we can't clear all of these. Alright. You guys are welcome to join. The room number is here, and we're gonna knock out all 5 of them because I haven't done them personally. I have no idea how hard they are either, so I guess we'll find out. Basically, big health sinks. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Best soldier abilities. You start with Indomitable Winter. You go, well, for PvE, you start with Indomitable Winter as your best, and then you go Blooming Blackout is your second best, and then Crystal Blade is your third best, and then you fill from there what you need. Mage Gang for life. Maybe we'll get another incredible run. Yeah, maybe. Mages are in a weird spot, so I'm not sure what a team will end up doing with Mage. We're gonna have to see. Honestly, Mages are in an incredible spot right now. I agree with the last weapon ability that just came out. I agree. I think Mages are basically the same as everyone else, but they're still, in my opinion, just a little bit weaker. Just a little bit. Just a smidgen. Oh, we have suicide. Oh, I can use any monster too? That's really nice. I would have thought they would have locked me to only wind, but that makes it way easier. We aren't the best at anything, but we're certainly not the worst either if you build right. Yeah, I think that mages are fine in PvE. Yeah, the mage, that's another thing to consider is like when you're talking about damage per second, a character like Lance Flash, you can get 2 Lance Flashes off before you get 1 mage ability off. So you have to keep that as a consideration as well. I have to fix my abilities, man. These abilities suck. Let's see what else people are saying. I like mage moves being slow is quite honestly one of the best issues, the biggest issues facing mage. Oh, I guess we're unioning again or not. I'd say Morphers cuss of the utility and the damage they provide. Oh, you're talking about like the best class? Yeah, I think Morphers, in my opinion, probably do have just the best damage in the game. The fact that they apply tension is so good. Yeah. Tension is just unbelievably powerful. Alright, I'm gonna uni. You know what he saw that? No. Everyone's talking about the guy getting one shot. Yeah, it happens. You know, whatever. Yeah, I definitely got to fix these abilities. That one wasn't that hard though. If you're wanting to get on for the next one, I'll run the next one. So we'll run just all 5. Ooh, you get 2? Look at that. Makes it easy. I wonder if you can solo it. That would be curious. Oh, right, I need to make room on my friends list. I guess I'll do that after this. Yeah, I soloed all 6 of them this morning. Okay, cool. So that's good to know that you can absolutely solo them. It's one of the annoying things about some of the Awakened ones is that I feel like I just can't. Well, I guess I just put it on auto, so maybe that's my problem. Oh, I kind of forgot to change around my abilities a little bit. I wanted to fix some stuff. Or my monsters, not my abilities, my monsters. What is this music? I don't think I've ever heard this before. Wait, you're right. This has to be new music. Yeah. Yeah, this definitely sounds like new music. Yeah, I agree. This is pretty good music. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Flexing all the Persona collab monsters. The ones from Ordeal, it's been there since the start, I believe. Has it? I think it's pretty cool how you can use those speed tickets on the older quests now. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's very true. The speed tickets, especially since the speed tickets will cost you 0, I believe, because it doesn't cost you anything to run the event or the thing, you know. So let me change these around. I think this one's fine. Yeah, this one's fine. This one I want to change. This one. And this one I want to change to this one. Probably best. Okay. Hang on.
I just want to have Burger King.
Okay.
Severe.
Don't worry, we can go get Burger King.
No, it's not just rain. It will have hail.
Well, we'll have to see.
I can see the radar.
Yeah, but they said that there was going to be hail in the city, and there wasn't, so.
This one is real one.
Sure it is. Just like the other one wasn't
The
real.
one wasn't real one for us.
Well, we'll see.
Ray Charles might
Can you not say anything? Thank you. Now, this song is a really old song. This is 100% a really, really old song. Because I remember this song. What does this monster even do? It doesn't seem like these are hard at all. Oh, it buffs itself. 80% buff. That's annoying. Oh, shit. Do 200% buff. Somebody else can do some other stuff. Yeah, this one is one of the first day of Unison League. Yeah. This is a really, really old song. They're genuinely easier than the OG parts. Yeah, these do not feel like particularly difficult. Yeah, boom, slap the shit out of it. 2 more and we're done. If you don't account for the occasional slices. Okay, oh, it's a good thing to point out. Let me type out my code, so I have it somewhere. I doubt I do. I might though. Nope, I do not have it. All right. 21033. Boom. And I'll make room. Okay. All right. I will add everyone after. So no worries there. With wipe teams after a Mirage Tempest. Yeah. Feel free to add. I'm surprised we're not friends. We've got to be friends, no? Yeah, I remember when the ordeals first came out, they were incredibly difficult. And I didn't know that they were required, so I didn't run them. But there was also not a limit on the amount of times you could run it per day, I don't think. So you could run it as many times as you wanted. So that was kind of awkward when they changed it over, because I know some people had like thousands of them, and then they changed it so that you could only do one a day. And people who had, done it thousands of times were way ahead of everyone else. So that was kind of interesting. Different time though. I don't think the mage ordeal is going to be too bad. Kind of depends. Oh, we're about to get hit with something. There it is. Please don't use Tempest. Please don't use Tempest. The 1 and 3. No. Temptation. My uni. Excuse me. Man, I would have uni right now. If only something didn't put insanity on me. Me too, lol. We're in the same alliance, though. See, I don't really pay attention a whole lot to the alliance. Since I moved to Ukyo, I have not paid attention to the alliance at all, really. Yeah, you could just ask all your friends to run it for you. And farm dozens of slates a day. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a thing back in the day. You should. The Alliance server, the server is active, yeah, because I joined it recently. You guys made it recently, and I poke my head in every once in a while. I just don't speak a lot. I'm just not a speaker. When it comes to Discords and stuff, I just don't. Whatever. I like the Unison League, or our Alliance Discord is pretty cool. So I'll be more active, I think, maybe in the summertime. It's just kind of a hard time right now. All right, last run. Oh wait, no. Second to last run. I forgot about Ninja because I'm stupid. Cleric Ordeal. Oh man, it's getting really dark outside. Dark and scary. You know, I haven't even looked at what my stats, my elemental advantage is. It's bad. It's pretty bad. That is pretty atrocious. Okay, that's pretty, but having 2.2 mil splits, that's gnarly. I am not nearly that good. Frost has really high defense, but he's missing Indomitable Winter. Okay. Somebody wants to carry. Bro, you don't even have the new ability on. You have Knight's Fall. Suicide Black scales with magic attack and magic defense now. That's not bad. Only 3 hits though. Bro, you don't have the new ability. And Craig. There's a Sleepy Sheep and a Sleepy Sheep Online at the same time hosting. What does that mean? You mind if I send you what a 2016 set looks like? No, you can do that. It's welcome. No worries. Suicide hits 4 times? Yeah, I know Knight's Fall is the new ability, but you don't have no, I'm talking about the new ability, the new ability. Not the old new ability, the new ability. The weapon ability on the dragon's stuff. It's the one that I'm talking about is... How do I describe it? I'll just show you. I'll just show on stream. I thought earlier you said that you had it, so I'll just show you. Yeah, no worries. All right, let's see the damage, Tsunami. Knight's Fall, triple proc. All right. That was pretty good. That was just half his HP in like 1 second. All right. The ability I'm talking about is this one. Hits 4 times, 110 ability power, and then reduces stats by 30%. That's the one. Okoli. Yeah, of course it takes uni, but it only takes 10 uni. Come now. Alrighty, last run, and then I'm gonna call it for today. Damn it, I've been streaming for 3 hours. Holy smokes, the time flies. I guess I did waste an hour at the very beginning deciding how to look. If nobody joins, I'll just solo it. I bet I could. It's light and dark. I bet I could do that. Light and dark. Let's see what monsters I have. Beats time, light and dark. We're missing not him, this one. And then the rest of them, light and dark, light and dark, light and dark. Let's do light and dark. Total. This one. And the triple proc would be nice on this one. Okay. Yeah, this isn't bad. Okay. Probably instead of that, run that. Excuse me. Light and dark. Save it. Ninja. Oh. Alright. I'll give it like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You mind if I say, takes me, is there, this is where you want to use your light crest. Yeah, that's why I have him. Narukami. Somebody's got a uni, right? Doesn't necessarily need to be me. I've always liked this. This music. This is a good one. There we go. Ooh, pretty good buffs. Alright, let's full buff up. Like these. And then just spam these. Follow the leader for uni. You can see this does pretty good damage, and it's fast too. Just chunking them down. Slowly but surely. Have to remorph and finish it off with a Forbidden Temptation. Too many misses. Too many misses. Yeah, not too hard. All right. Last calls for friends. I'll do that after I hop off. You only got one slate for soldier. Interesting. Yeah, it seems like it's between 1 and 3, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. I was able to spread the awareness at least a little bit for this guy, this headgear. And if you're wanting to join the Discord, it's posted. And if you're wanting to add me in game, that is my ID. If we don't have any last minute questions or anything like that, then thank you guys, and I will catch you guys later. I guess I'll finish this real fast and then call it. Yeah. Thank you guys for showing up. I had a pretty good time hanging out with you guys and running it all. It's a very unique event. The sharing of the headgear. Hopefully by the end of the 3 weeks, everyone will be wearing it and everyone will have the headgear. It'd be quite disappointing if not everyone got it. But on like the first day or the second day, it wouldn't be too surprising if hardly anyone had it. So I think with time though, it'll increase. I've been re-rolling solo CSA runs this entire time and I haven't gotten a single correct CPU throw. That is unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Yeah. I don't know what to say on that one. Man, my nose just started running like crazy. What are you going to do, though? Alrighty. Thank you guys so much again. And that's pretty much it for today. And probably next week as well. I won't be streaming next weekend either. So, let's see if I can get a... No? Isn't it supposed to be like right at the front? Whatever. I'll just use this one. All right. Catch you guys later.